Welcome. Welcome back, grade 12. Now we are going to see what the first principle is. The first principle is when you derive or you find the derivative by using the limits. The limits that we have been practicing all along, it is going to come in handy to see how we are going to get the derivative of a certain function. Now we have that, we know that the formula for the derivative is f at x plus h minus f at x divided by h. So we have to apply this principle to find the derivative of 4x minus 3 from the first principle. From the first principle, you simply say f at x, the derivative of the function is the limit as h tends to 0 of the function. Let's check the function. This is the function. You say 4x. Where you see x, you add, you substitute x plus h, for x minus 3 minus f at x, Your f at x is 4x minus 3 all over h. Right, this is going to be the limit as h tends to 0. Now we start distributing the factors that we have. 4 times x is 4x plus 4h minus 3. Distribute this negative into that, which is minus 4x plus 3. All divided by h. Is the limit as h tends to 0. Now you can see that you have 4x, which eliminates minus 4x. You have 3, which eliminates a minus 3. You are left with 4h. 4h divided by h. And h cancels out. Then you drop the limits. This is going to be a 4. Simple one. Let's go and get a little bit more challenging stuff as we go along. Now, find the derivative of f at x is equals to minus 5x squared plus plus x from the first principle. Right. F at dash x is equals to the limit as h approaches 0 of f at x plus h minus f at x divided by h. Right. This is equals to, you apply this thing throughout this one. So you grab your 5 minus 5. Once you see x, you put x plus h, x squared plus x minus f at x minus 5x squared plus x, all divided by h. Right? Which is equals to Now if you multiply by minus 5 everything here, x plus h squared is the same as x squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus x plus h minus a negative times negative is positive plus 5x squared negative times positive is negative minus x all divided by h. I have left out the limits. Do not make these mistakes as you are in the exam room writing. This is going to penalize you as the limit x tends to 0, right? Okay, then distribute this 5 into this, you will find out that this term and that term is going to somehow cancel. So which is going to be the limit as h tends to 0, multiply, distribute your minus 5, it's minus 5 x squared minus 10 xh minus 5 h squared plus x plus h plus 5x squared minus x divided by h. Now you can see that this term here cancels out with that term. X cancels out with minus x. You are only left with minus 10xh minus 5h squared plus h. So as limit h tends to 0, you are left with minus 5 h squared minus 10 xh plus h divided by h. Now from here you can take out the common factor h, which is the limit as h tends to 0 of h. You are left with minus 5 h. You are left with minus 10 x. You are left with plus y. Divide everything by h, so that this h will cancel that h. You are left with minus 5h minus 10x plus y. So it is going to be f at x is equals to the limit as h approaches 0. You are left with minus 5h minus 10x plus y. Now you drop the limits because everything, you don't have h underneath. That h is going to influence the equation, as you can substitute h. Anything divided by 0 is going to be non-existent or undefined. So it is minus 5 multiplied by 0 minus 10x plus 1. So the derivative is going to be minus 10x plus 1. Voilà. This is the first principle approach. Now let's see if we have another problem, another example that you can take to emphasize the understanding of the individual that is watching this YouTube video. Yeah, we do have another example. Let's take another example. I think this is the third example. Example 3. Find from the principle the derivative of f at x is equals to 3x squared minus 4x plus 1. So here you are going to say this is f at dash x is equals to the limit as h approaches 0. Please do not be tempted to forget the limit. We are using the limit as we're dealing with the first principle. Once we talk about the first principle, we are talking about the concept of the limit. So we're going to use the limit as we are talking about the first principle. It's the limit of 3 open bracket x plus h squared minus 4 into x plus h plus 1 minus f at x. Here is your f at x, 3x squared minus 4x plus 1. This all is divided by h. The limit as h approaches 0, multiply throughout here with considering the factor of 3. X plus h squared is going to be x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. This is multiplied by 3 minus 4 times x is 4x minus 4h plus 1 minus 3x squared, negative times positive, negative times negative, it's positive 4x, negative times positive, it's negative 1. Divide all this by h. As the limit as h approaches 0, distribute throughout, you have 3x squared plus 6xh plus 3h squared minus 4x minus 4h plus 1 minus 3x squared plus 4x minus 1. All divided by h. Now we come to the common factors, the like terms. This cancels this. 4x cancels, minus 4x. Minus 1 cancels, positive 1. Now we are left with the limit as h approaches 0. You arrange it in descending order of the variable. So we have the highest order of variable is h squared, which is 3x h squared. We have plus 6xh. We are left with this one minus 4h, all divided by h. Now it's a matter of taking out the common factor, which is equals to the limit as h approaches 0, common factor out, which is 3h. You are left with 3h plus 6x plus minus 4. All divided by h. The h cancelled out. You are left with 3h plus 6x minus 4. As the limit of h approaches 0, you substitute the 0 of h, then you drop the limit, which is 3 times 0 plus 6x minus 4, which is the same as 6x minus 4. Now this is you are home and dry. You must make sure that you do not drop the limits up until you substitute the value of h. Make sure that you practice this class 12. Up until now, I will see you in the next videos. This is the gradient. Now, we were using the gradient. The gradient, when you derive something, you find the what? The gradient. Then, if you substitute that a certain point at that gradient, then that gradient tends to be a tangent. So we are going to see everything like that as we go along practicing. Now the next topic is you have to differentiate this without the first principle so that you can get the same values as we have from using the first principle. Uncle Pythagoras will see you in the next videos. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next one. Do not forget to share this to other learners so that you can all get A+. Thank you very much.